Welcome back to Late Night. We're here with John Oliver.
Yes.
I guess now 2 weeks ago, you did a wonderful piece about Ron DeSantis.
Yeah.
And he then, the LA Times, I guess, he gave a quote to them, and he called you irrelevant.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fair hit. I don't know. It might be the first thing he said I've agreed with, to be honest. I mean, it's a little rich, because we reached out to them in the advance of putting that piece on.
So you never do a piece about anybody without reaching out?
No,
right?
we had pages of questions for him, and they ghosted us on all of them. So, yeah, his response was literally irrelevant to us, because he didn't provide one. Yeah, it's very irritating.
The best detail, and one I'm assuming you did reach out to get clarification on, was that he pronounced on purpose.
Yes.
He purposely mispronounced. He knows you pronounce it Thai, but
That's
that he
right.
would go on dates and say Thai food.
That's right. That was his technique as a young man on the dating scene. He would mispronounce it Thai food, wait for his date to react, and apparently, if she corrected him, he would end the date because he did not want to be corrected. Which feels like we reached out to find out, like, is this true? If not, please do deny it, because it feels really true. It feels so emblematic of you as a human being. If you didn't do it, arguably you should have done.
Yeah.
It would have made more sense of who you are.
So he's a little hard on you. In general, you know, you've obviously made a very nice run of things here in the States, but...
Wow, is this the end? This feels like what someone does to fire someone.
And
you've had a very nice
you have
run.
Nothing to be ashamed of. Well, this is from a while back, but I would assume you're sort of like, a favorite son back in the UK.
Oh, no.
There's been
oh,
some...
no. Oh, no.
This is an article from The Times. It's a big newspaper.
Big newspaper, yeah, Murdoch owns, so he can go himself. Yeah. Yeah.
John Oliver, the British comedy failure who makes America laugh. Did you know this was coming?
I didn't know that headline was coming. I knew an article was coming, because they'd said, like, would you like to do an interview for this? And I thought it'll be on the front page of like the culture supplement of the Times. I thought that'd be great. It'd be a nice surprise for my parents. And then I had a conversation with this journalist, like an hour and a half. Felt like, oh, this has gone quite well. I think we've kind of hit it off. I don't think I've said anything that's not going to look bad in print. I was actually looking forward to it coming out. And then that was the headline. And you got the British people are just absolute black belts at passive aggression, and that really feels like it's a compliment really wrapped in concrete enforced insults.
Your show's coming up on 10 years of your show.
Yes.
It's just nuts.
And you?
Yes, also.
Right.
We
Yep.
started around the same time.
Yes.
How's your show, do you feel like your show is a good reflection of the show you pitched when you first started doing it?
No.
Yeah.
Because well, partly because I think if you pitch this show now, like, it wouldn't sound great, right? You'd say, oh, yeah, we're gonna go up against the Oscars with a piece on America's welfare reform mistakes. Literally nobody wants to see that. But even at the time, it was just that I'd sat in for Jon Stewart while he was away for the summer at The Daily Show, and so HBO had offered me a show on Sunday night, and Tim Carvell and I, who worked at The Daily Show as well, we didn't really know what we wanted to do other than talk more on a Sunday. That was it, but we had a whole, like, guest area of our studio built.
And so how long into the process did you bail on the idea of doing guests?
Really quick. We did 2 test shows, and HBO kept their one note after the test shows was, you don't have to have a guest. You could just add that time to the story, and we jumped so quickly on that, because you are good at talking to guests. I would find it hard to fake enthusiasm for an objectively bad movie that was being pitched in front of me.
The longer you do this job, there's no bad movies.
I love it. I love watching you interview people so much, just to see. I can see it. It's such a suppressed glint in your eye of, well, congratulations.
How dare you? Don't give up the game.
Shazam 2 looks great.
No.
Coming to a theatre near you.
It does look great.
It does look good. It does look good.
How dare you? How dare you use a recent and specific example?
I'm sorry. I swear. I swear to you. I swear my mind was going through a bunch of things, and it was right at the front. I thought, I did think, not the best example.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, the best example, but not for now. And then I drew a blank, and so you're right, it's a problem.
Yeah, well, You know what? Guess what? Now I also think Ron DeSantis was right about something. Oh, well, what a lovely thing it is to see you, as always.
Oh, thanks. You too, mate.
Please, you guys give it up for our good friend,